Yo. Alright. This is the Q&A. So, I mean, they just held rates. So, I guess my thesis is just higher. I mean, this QQQ reverse rug should hold, and this 7450 has been lit up for like the last 2 hours. Alright, so question number one. What are you pursuing instead of trading? Uh, the easiest way to describe it is me and a few buddies are making a digital services products. I guess services is a better way to describe it, but a digital services endeavor. Question number two. Was taking forever. I want to start from zero. Where can I start? Please provide step-by-step resource to start my trading journey. Okay, I'm currently writing a thread on how I would recommend doing this. So, question number three, repeat. Question number four, is it pink? All right. What are the top three hardest things for you to overcome to be profitable, and how did you overcome them? I'd probably just say like trading too much and then not knowing when to cut losers and then learning how to take profit. I just started trading I made myself take like 1 or 2 trades a week tops, and then I just got like really good at executing and understanding how how important my executions were. Any tips for beginners? I'll include that within the guide that I'm writing. Garma says you will be missed, Dad. I'll miss you too, Garma. Would be interested on psychological and behavioral advices. I mean, every trade you take is just more data on your own behaviors, and like really just you need to understand how you think as a trader and as an individual in itself in order for you to understand your most productive and your most destructive behaviors. Any other A+ setup you find besides rugs or reverse rugs? Beach balls? Thank you for the good wishes. Alright. Can you show us how you chart out your levels? Alright. Sometimes GEX changes so quickly on the indices for a fake out in one direction and then reverse back to what it was before. How do you read it when it changes so quickly? I mean, usually it's just all in context, right? So, basically, like, if all 3 indices are switching up, you just probably shouldn't be trading. But then, like, if only one's flipping, then you just have to listen to what the other two are doing and just take note of what the one that's changing is doing. But it's all in context, and I would need to see it to give you a specific example. Does that make sense? How do you read it when everything is changing so quickly? Get a lot of sleep. What news sources do you pay attention to on a daily basis? Financial Juice is a good one on Twitter. TradFi on Twitter. Here, actually, let me look real quick. Financial Juice or Earnings Correspondent. Probably my favorite one for like earnings calendars. Yeah, TradFi is a good one. I think those are probably my favorite 3. Sometimes nodes breach support resistance and want to know how to get better at reading them. Find a way to read the chart and where you're not completely relying on the nodes. So whether it's VWAP or standard deviations or like Bollinger Bands or like just give yourself some form of context that is able to override nodes because sometimes the nodes just don't work well. So basically like if we're pumping and like there's a VWAP tap and we just nuke off a VWAP, but like there's a reverse rug, like sometimes you just have to understand that um like you can't always just like trade the nodes blindly. That makes sense. Been here for almost a month and I've learned more from you than anyone else. Thank you very much. I appreciate that a lot. Make sure I made money and understand trading now. Jules sucks, always late and takes too many breaks. Wish you could be on stages more than him. Can you please be my mentor? Okay, next question. How can we tell if a king node is going to play out or not on the first test? What are the most significant confluences to help us identify a valid entry? So one, look at the chart. Has the node been tested in the past week? Is this like you're pumping up into this node, or you're dumping down into this node, or like what are we thinking? Like, is there some form of like previous tap? Is this like it's mainly just like in context, like are there other nodes supporting this bias, or are there other nodes like against this bias? Like you just need context. You can't just only look at the king node and be like, oh, we're gonna bounce here. That makes sense. Jay Tesla, can you show us how you truly chart? Nice. Holy fed. Colin G, I just need advice. I'm 17 and had a crazy come up turning $200 into 15K and lost it all some more being on a losing streak. I'm now at a very dark point in life and trading. Alright, so basically like when you're 17, like does this shit really matter that much? Like you're 17, bro. Um I mean, that's really just proof that you can do it, right? Like there's nothing really like nothing about that is bad except you just understand that your risk management, you need to work on your risk management. You need to work on your mental. You need to like get back on your feet. Maybe you need to get a job. But really you just understand like you can trade, but like you just cannot manage your risk at all and like that shit gets to your head. So you just need to lock in like take the same size every trade, stick to the same setup, don't add risk every trade, and like don't gamble, like only take real trades. That makes sense. I also think like you just need to stop sweating it so hard, like you're like 16 or 17, like basically like there's like nothing to worry about in my opinion. Like you might feel like you have pressure, I guess, but like at 17, like pressure is a privilege, bro. You just need to like take a chill pill and lock the fuck in. Also just think like dudes be putting way too much pressure on themselves these days. Like if you can take $200 to 15K, like you just need to work on maintaining it next time you run it up. Oh, excuse me. What is your charting process? Alright. Favorite moment in Asgard? Probably gambling earnings. Is it pink? No. Favorite song to trade to? Some Frankie. Favorite food? I don't know. Can I do my clan war attacks? No. Least favorite member in the Discord? That's federal, bro. What are some of your goals in life? Have kids. Favorite game ever? I don't know. It's a good question though. Where are you going? Monitor the situation full time. When the largest load is negative stack under spot and rounded are also negative nodes. Therefore, this is one example of squeeze. Yeah, it's just a beach ball, bro. Are you still gonna run the COC clan? Yes, bro. Number one thing you think someone needs to become a successful trader? Uh, wait more, take less trades, be more patient. What's your endeavor? Mentioned it. What do you look for in a stock to swing it or take leaps? Some form of underlying like structure within the actual company itself. Like in order to trade leaps, you have to have some form of idea that the market is mispricing a company, and you have to understand that like you have to be correct on the thesis on the underlying more than the premiums that you're paying for the leaps or the swings. So you just have to, for swings, you have to time it correctly, but for leaps, you just have to be correct. But that's still hard. Like if you're buying leaps on an undervalued ticker, like you can wait like 6 to 8 months and then like your shit expires and then like the week or two after your shit expires, bro, it runs. It's just it's 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 very intuition based. But I just say like strong fundamentals and then some form of like theme present. So like if AI is the big thing, like you want to see some form of AI adjacent theme or potential. You just want to find undervalued stocks within the theme that's ramping. And then hope you get a decent fill at a decent time and Trump doesn't cook you. At what point are we through a node and can consider the ceiling now a floor if it's a king Pika node? Uh, I'd say probably like a point or two below. It's like here, I think there's an example this morning. Yeah, so we bounced off 734, and then like we went a point below, and then it was a ceiling. So I'd say probably something like that. 1 point, 2 points. SPX, I'd probably say like 3 or 4 points minimum. We think of nodes are weak as weekend when we've already delivered from them, but what about a purple node that we shoot through one direction and then back through it? Alright, let me look. He provided an example. What a guy. This guy's locked in. Alright, so here. So 7550. Like if you look. Oh, I remember this day. So basically this 7550, right? Hold on. Let me give it like 10 more minutes. Okay, so here's what he's talking about. So boom, we ripped up. But then I think like my main thesis was like SPY has this massive ceiling at 753 and QQQ has it at 722. But basically, like, this is just an overshoot for shorts because we're tapping into this rug on SPX. So as the other two indices are in confluence for shorts, that takes away some of the significance that this node already played out. I hope. Maybe I don't get cooked. Yeah, never mind. I'm the GOAT. Bang! Big news for the unemployed. Alright. When there's a huge peak of cloud above spot at open, does that suggest downside all day? Um, it can. It can, it just means that, like, you can just, like, come up and then maybe you'll clip the node and then you'll just nuke. On 7/16, you walked away pretty early in the day. Holy, this guy takes notes, bro. Okay, so I'm seeing. So basically, like, we got this beautiful move, right? So you get this entire move to play out. And then after the move plays out, look at all these positive nodes on the spot. So this is where you just call it a day. And then holy fuck. Yeah, it just kind of chops the rest of the day. So once you see those 4 or 5 positive nodes come in on Atlas, bro, just call it a day. Do you always size for 0? On 0 days or weeklies, yes. On swings, not necessarily. How do you decide where to place your stop loss? Large structural invalidation or just like turning a floor into a ceiling on the nodes. Do you always front run reversals before the move actually begins? Usually. I think trading breakouts is just not productive at all. And I've seen hundreds of people get bagged trying to chase. How do you use VIX to inform your trades or bias on the day? So like if VIX is flat and SPX is nuking, means maybe we could start to, or if VIX is flat and SPX is pumping, it means maybe we can nuke. And if VIX is curling and SPX is pumping, then you could probably see a nuke on the indices. It's kind of just like a good way to sniff out like bullshit. Appreciate the kind words, man. Holy goat. Alright, next question. Been 2 months in Skyland, but never confident of taking trade myself was solely based on the heat maps and chart. How to learn Skylit in simplest terms. I mean, you just gotta trust yourself, bro. I can't really say much else. Like, if they pass you the ball, 5 seconds left on the clock, national championship game, down 2 points, like, you just gotta take the shot from 3. Like, if you're going to, like, you can't win if you aren't willing to lose. So, like, you just gotta trust yourself, bro. Just trade large deflections, so big king nodes that haven't been tapped, just buy off of them or sell off of them, depending on which direction price is moving. You see 50, 100% sell. It's pretty simple. So, yeah, I hope this helps. Oh shit, Warsh is talking. Jewel, alright, alright. I miss you too, Jewel. Would love insight into any intermediate or advanced charting techniques you use for your macro levels. I mean, I just look at the chart, you know what I mean? Maybe I'll show a chart someday, but it's just like they're math-derived levels. This SPX negative gamma is crazy, by the way. Very curious about what you're doing next. I already mentioned this. If there's anywhere to keep up with you other than Twitter. I mean, I'll still be in the Discord, bro. Dudes act like I'm finna fall off the planet. You're a big inspiration to me, honestly, and I know you're gonna kill whatever you do. Bang. I appreciate the kind words, bro. You're the goat. What a guy. Holy, yo. Holy shit. I struggle with the positive nodes being calls and negative nodes being puts theory. I know it's not true, but when watching heat maps, it always seems like it influenced my decision getting the direction long. Alright, so basically, like, just positive gamma is just dealers being exposed, like, long options. So they're either long calls or long puts. And then negative gamma is just short calls or short puts. So that's why positive gamma is kind of inverse volatile and negative gamma is volatile. What rules? I don't really have to combat that at all. I don't know. It's more of just like I don't really know. I guess it's just more like the context altogether. What rules do you have to not just trade off one node on Trinity instead of waiting for all 2 to 3 to have confluence? Well, I mean, it's like right here. This was a perfect short. Big QQQ node, big SPY node, SPX node. You just have to wait until like there's 3 nodes on all. It's like boom. Like even look here at the bottom of the day. SPX node, SPY node, QQQ node. So like to some degree, you just gotta wait. And then eventually, like when you see this setup, you'll know. It's kind of just like a gut feeling. What advice do you have an ability on to not over trade? I mean, I try to just take 1 to 2 trades a day. I think most people would benefit from taking like maybe a trade or 2 a week. Like that's it. And then they just try to take like the best trades they see all week, like 1 or 2 of them. They would benefit a lot more. I mean, the charts will always be there the next day or the next week or the next month or the next year, right? So you just have to understand you gain nothing from forcing shitty trades that you don't need to take. If that makes sense. But like you can't force anything. Like trading is a longevity game. Like you don't get to the podium by over risking and chasing. Thank you very much for the kind words. I hope that helped at least a little bit. What would you recommend for agentic trading strategy testing and all this? Um, just talk to Claude, bro. Claude will get you right. You are the machine. Appreciate you, bro. Love you, Jack. Tons of questions, but I'll just see you at the top. Hi. Lovely summer. Will you ever introduce us to your new journey, or is it something to not know? We'll see. How long do you think you're going to keep trading? Till I die? Will you move on? Nah, bro, I'll still trade all the time. Yeah, no problem, lovely summer. I appreciate the kind words. Yo, this guy had a lot of Star Wars squadrons. Holy. What are some scenarios that you have met along your trading journey that the ticker map won't work? Crypto, earnings, CPI, PPI, etc. Can you recommend videos or EDU materials on mastering TA? Yeah, I'll provide some this week. Crazy. Garma, can you teach me your ways? I got you, son. $1 million. Cash App. Venmo, Zelle. Run away. Run away from me, baby. Holy pump. How do you decide when you take profit? When I get anxious. We got crushed last year on October 10th with Ethereum ETFs gave back profit. Now this year I was up 400% on the year, went all cash June 1st for a day and gave back a lot of profits. Oh, no, you're good. Don't worry. I'd say mainly like you just need to. It sounds like you're taking a lot of fucking risk if you're going from 400% to 200% on the year. One, take less risk. Two, maybe don't be in leveraged derivatives. Three, if you have a feeling to stay cash, at least give it a week or two. And then four, just be careful with the leverage, bro. Like, leverage is a dangerous thing. Alright, next question. What makes you happy? Family and friends, bro. The only reason I do, like, most things in life is just because it positively affects people around me. If you know what I mean. It's like, I don't know. If that makes sense. I hope that makes sense. What am I looking forward to? This 7450 node. What is your question? Can be more than one. 0. Alright. How can we make an agent? Can you do a video on it? Buy a website, buy a VPS, hook up the VPS to the website, and then give your agent data, and then deploy it to monitor the situation. What's your number in mind is simply live off. How would you do sizings for single positions on larger than 100K account? Usually for 0 day, I'll do like 0.5% of my account. And then like swings are like 1 to 3%, and then shares are like 5 to 6%. If that makes sense. Weeklies and 0 day, I trade the same. Holy fuck, these longs are paying. Simply live off swing or trading? It depends. If you're consistently profitable, you can live off of like 10 racks. But if you suck at trading, like you're buns, you're cooked. What is the biggest factor in changing your trading from unprofitable? Take half the trades, work on your ESICs a lot more. Don't force shitty setups. Take what the market gives you. Log off if the maps look bad. It's pretty simple. Just want to let you know that I've got an opening on Blade Maps if you ever feel like making a move. Okay. When did you start trading and what did you start with to be at the place you have? I mean, I started with like 4 figures, but I mean, I added a lot along the way in, and I've taken a lot out. When I start trading 3.5 years ago, what advice do you have for people trying to make it like you? Rome wasn't built in a day. I mean, you can only really trust yourself, so build a system that you can understand and repeat. And then, I mean, life is only so short, so, I mean, if you're chasing trading for the money, just don't trade. Thanks for being so generous with your time on stages. Yeah, no problem. Trading can feel very lonely at times, but you truly made it so much more fun. Yeah, no problem, bro. Take it easy. Yeah, for trading an agent, I kind of mentioned it earlier, but you just kind of gotta like give it something to do and then give it the data and then tell it what you want it to do with the data. And then, I mean, you should really just talk to like an LLM about it. It can explain it much better. But yeah. All right. I think that should be everything actually. I'm gonna post a large, almost like a bank of resources and then like a guide on how I would become like proficient in financial markets from zero. So I hope you guys enjoy this and I'll catch you guys later.